Okay, so we're going to have a look at how to use a Venn diagram to work out highest common factor and lowest common multiple. Now I've picked two numbers which we should be able to quickly do without using the Venn diagrams, but then just see how the Venn diagrams then do give us the same answer. Now the purpose of the Venn diagrams is when the numbers are then more complicated and then you can't use a quick method to find the highest common factor or the lowest common multiple. So a bulletproof method would be to break up the number into its prime factor tree. So what factors of 20? So just quickly, you can watch the other video if you need to recap this. 2 and 10, 2 is a prime number, 10 is made up of 2 and 5, both factors, and there's your prime factorisation. So 20 is 2 times 2 times 5. I'm not going to put it into index notation for this one because it will help me for the Venn diagram in a second. 120, again, 12 and 10, neither of them are prime. 2 and 5 for the 10, and then the 12 can be 2 and 6, and then the 6 needs to still be broken up into 2 and 3. So my prime factorisation for that is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. So if we now look at the Venn diagram, I'll leave that at the top so you can still see it. A Venn diagram looks like this. Now the way we use a Venn diagram is just locate a number to both sides, so 20 on the one side, 120 on the other. You need to pop in the middle anything that the prime numbers have in common. So if I look at the 20, it got 2 times 2 times 5, and the 120 had 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. So I can see that there was a 2 in common. I'm going to cross it off both lists. And there was another 2 in common, so I'm going to cross it off both lists. And there was also a 5 in common, so I'm going to cross it off both lists. So when it goes in the middle, it's something they've got in common. Anything that's left needs to go to its appropriate side. So 20 didn't have anything left, so I don't need to pop anything in there. Whereas the 120 still has 2 and 3, which are both still factors. Now, the Venn diagram is complete, so I can move the rest away. And we can now look at how we can find the highest common factor. So the common factors are in the middle, therefore the highest common factor is going to be those multiplied together. So 2 times 2 times 5 gives you 20 as the highest common factor. Now lowest common multiple is found by getting all of the numbers from the Venn diagram and multiplying them out. So 2 times 2 times 5 times 2 times 3. If you multiply those out, it gives you 120. Now I did say we'd pick nicer numbers so we could actually prove it the other way as well. So if we just do the other method, the lowest common multiple would be looking at your multiples for both numbers, so 20 and 120, and seeing which one they'd got in common, so the lowest one in common. So your 20 times table was 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, and your first number in the 120 times table would be 120. So actually it would have been quicker in this particular one to do it that way. And highest common factor, we're told in the question, using the Venn diagram, that it's 20, and if we think about the highest factor of 20 being 20, and 20 is a factor of 120 because 20 times 6 is going to be a factor, so we can see clearly that 20 is going to be the highest common factor. So just remember in the exam, if they look like nice numbers and you think, yeah, I could just write the times table out and write all the factors out, then by all means use the easier method. But if the numbers are more challenging, then use the Venn diagrams and the factor trees to help.